Every year, thousands of pets find themselves in shelters or worse because their owners have to relocate and can't find a suitable rental that will accept pets. But there are strategies you can use to have better luck keeping your pet with you, a much more desirable solution, according to real estate expert John Adams. John, welcome.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
This is a sad reality that this happens.
It is. We've got every year in this country over 6 million pets are left at shelters or abandoned or whatever. And of those, about 1.5 million are euthanized. And I just think it's a tragedy. And part of the problem is that people have to relocate. That's part of life. If they are renters, they have got a challenge of finding a place that will accept pets in the area that they want to be in, and it's not easy.
Well, no, you have to think about it from a landlord perspective too. Why would a landlord say no?
Right, and a landlord is going to say, look, I have a responsibility to the property and to the owner, whoever that is, and my job is to keep the property in good condition and to continue to generate revenue. So I think one of the real keys here is to put yourself in the position of that landlord and try to make your pet and you as attractive as possible.
Right.
So I've come up with a list of just a few things here that I think
some tips here for folks that want to keep their pet with them.
Just some strategies that I think are common sense for the most part, but you'd be surprised how many people don't think about it. The first one is give yourself plenty of time.
Yeah.
If you find out this afternoon that you have to be moved out by tomorrow night, it's very unlikely you're going to find exactly what you want in a 24-hour period, and the likelihood that they'll take pets. So give yourself plenty of time. The second thing is think small properties. I said in my notes, think mom and pop landlords.
This makes sense, though.
Because if you go to a very large community and the manager is overseeing several hundred units, they're not going to have the authority to break the rules for you.
Right.
Whereas if mom and pop own it,
they're more flexible.
Well, and if they may love pets, or they may love your pet, and emotion really enters into these, Katie. So I think thinking small will help. You're much more likely to get a positive response.
Makes sense.
Another thing I like is, you know, when we apply for a property, we fill out an application. We basically give a resume of ourselves to the landlord. Well, why not have a pet resume?
Yeah, lobby for your own pet.
Thank you. First, I'd start with a picture. The concerns that the landlord has is that the dog may not be socialized, that the dog may get loose and bite somebody and cause liability, or that it might damage the property. And if you can allay those fears, you're much closer to getting a yes answer.
Right.
And so by putting together a picture of the pet playing with children, a letter from your vet that it has the proper vaccinations and that it is socialized, and here's something most people don't think of, a letter from your rental insurance agent saying, we are aware that John has a dog. That dog is included on the renter's insurance and will cover any liability related to the dog's actions.
Perfect.
So yeah,
Makes
it does make sense. And the last thing is this: be prepared to pay just a little bit more.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised if the landlord wants a non-refundable pet fee or a refundable pet fee. These are negotiable items, and they may also want just a little bit of extra monthly rent as pet rental. And these are the things we're seeing. But I just think it's such a tragedy that we lose 1.5 million pets a year. We shouldn't.
Absolutely. Fight for your pet, right?
Yeah, that's right. Think
Give
about your
yourself some
pet.
time. I like that.
That's
John,
right.
thank you so much for those tips today. And John will be here after the show taking your questions on Facebook Live. You can also find this segment on our website, fox5atlanta.com.